What's going on, guys? Thank you for tuning in on another one of my YouTube videos. We're going to be talking about, for trainers and nutritionists mainly, how to make $100,000 or more in 1 year. So these are just some things that I wish that I would have known coming into this line of work. These are all errors that I have experienced along the way watching others or with myself, and just corrected them, and they have made a huge difference. So this isn't me trying to say that I'm better than anybody or anything like that. This is just me trying to share some tips that I've used to be a little bit more successful in my line of work, and things that I'm going to continue to do. So for the first thing, when you're starting off, it's very hard to get people to trust you with payments and whatnot when you don't have a lot of credentials as far as transformations and things to lean back on. So what I was doing was I was doing people for free or very cheap. Now, I found 3 people. One that was a bikini competitor in Las Vegas. I did her for free and she won her show, and that really expanded things immediately. Another thing I did was I attacked a girl because of her, or not attacked her, but I reached out to her because of her social media. She had a huge following. She's a R&B singer named Larissa here in the Houston area, and she sings with Slim Thug and Kurt Cobain and all these big time people. And so I knew that if I was able to get a good transformation with her, it could definitely be some good exposure. So I decided to train her for free with diet and training. And we made an 8-week transformation that was just absolutely incredible. Props to Larissa for the hard work. And then, there was just a couple other people that I would be very, very cheap to train with. And it was very hard. And a lot of people, they want to know, well, Nick, how do you pay bills if you're being cheap and you're not making enough money? Well, that brings me to my next point. You need to have another job, 2 jobs, maybe even 3 to make up for those payments and to pay your bills. So, I was working downtown security at bars and whatnot, doorman and all that kind of stuff. And then I was a weekend manager at NutriShop. And then I was also doing Smoothie King sometimes and, training clients during the day or whatever. But I only had about 2 or 3 clients, and that's not going to pay the bills. So you've got to have other jobs in the way to make some money. And then as you're growing, you can start tapering off those jobs. Another thing is posting on social media. Social media is absolutely everything. I have probably gotten over 75% minimum, I would say over 80% of my clients all through social media. Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, this YouTube channel. You've got to be, very posty and very out there with your social media, posting 1 to 2 to 3 times a day, which brings me to my next point. Likes don't matter, views do. It's just like the same concept as saying, the scale, when you weigh yourself, it doesn't matter. How you look matters. People, when you're posting a ton every day, every week, you're not going to get as many likes, but don't get discouraged. The likes don't matter. People are seeing your posts, and that's what matters. I have people contact me all the time, even my own clients. They will say, Nick, I started with you because I saw this post. And I'll go back, and they never liked that post. But they saw it, it imprinted in their mind, and it planted a seed within them to want to start training with me either then or in the future. So don't get discouraged on likes. Just keep posting, pumping content. Right on to the next one is pumping content that people want to see. You need to start thinking about, what do people really want to see? People don't want to see all the time transformations of competitors. I don't really even post my competitors that much, and the reason being is because 98% of people are not competitors, and they're not going for that competitive look. It's not maintainable year-round to be stage ready. So when we post those shots, it almost looks like it's too good to be true. That is not going to bring people to your brand. You need to be posting these lifestyle people. You need to be pumping content people want to see. Small fun facts like, hey guys, you want to burn fat through water. Every 8-ounce glass of water burns 30 to 40 calories right there. Let's burn fat through water and use the easy things. Just small things about stretching, about maybe training tips. Maybe you're doing chest day and you want to give a training tip that you see a lot of people doing common mistakes on, or shoulders, legs, whatever it may be. just finding content to constantly post, to see people constantly referring back to your page. And that will get to where people are not just seeing you on their news feeds. It's getting to the point where it's a rhythm and people say, man, I wonder what that individual is going to be posting today. And they start going in the search engine and typing in your name and going to your page. That's what you want. You want people to start expecting things from you. So finding content on social medias, Snapchats, Twitters, Facebooks, Instagrams, YouTube is a very big thing. Posting videos and insight on things that people want to see. So I definitely recommend just finding content, whatever you get, ask people, what do y'all want to see? When they message you, maybe it's just one person. You don't need 20 people to say the same thing for you to pump that content. That one person, if you can just sign up that one person, there's money right there. That one person makes a transformation, 3 more people come. So you got to not underestimate that one person, guys. Returning customers, this is a huge one. Okay, I always tell people, big businesses do not get built off of new customers. Returning customers make big businesses. A very common mistake that I'm very fortunate I have not done, but I see trainers do all the time, and this goes for every line of work, training, videography, social media marketing. I mean, whatever it is, guys, whenever a client decides to leave you, maybe it's because they're doing a lot of traveling, or they can't focus on their training because they just had a baby, or they can't afford you at that time. Do not treat them rudely because they cannot train with you for that amount of time. That is not the way it needs to be. You need to say, okay, well, I'm always here if you need me. I wish you the best, and keep a line of connection with them. Every so often, maybe send them a message, say, hey, I hope you're sticking to some type of fitness, staying healthy. I hope everything's going well with your work or with your new baby or whatever it may be. You've got to keep that line of connection good and positive, because you have to remember, this is a business, and just because they're not training with you, then it's like a doctor. You don't go see the doctor that much. Some people don't even go once a year, but when they are sick, who is the doctor they go to? Who is that person that comes to their mind? So it's whenever they want to train, whenever they want to learn, whenever they want to do a show, who comes to their mind? Whether it be in 2 months, 2 years, 20 years down the road, it's a long-term business, and you want to be relevant in their minds. And this is where big things come down to referrals. Those people that have worked with you are going to be, what I've just experienced, some of the biggest blessings to your business. Some people I haven't worked with in over a year and a half, I'm getting clients from, and I'm saying, where are you hearing me from? And they go, oh, Christy Hinkle told me about you. Christy Hinkle is still a good friend of mine, and she stopped working with me just because she just had a baby and everything. And she's still sending me people. She still contacts me for small questions here and there, and I'm more than happy to help her. So just returning customers and treating them well whenever they leave you, because you never know when they're going to come back. You never know who they're going to refer others to. You must have mentors to learn from. This is a huge, huge thing that I'm seeing a lot in training. A lot of people are being very cheap. They don't want to pay for the coaching. They don't want to pay for the mentoring from others, whether it be through nutrition, training, supplementation, through doctor visits. They don't want to pay the money because they're cheap. They say they don't have the money, whether they really do. They're spending it on fast food, sodas, going out, nice restaurants that they really can't afford, and different things like that. You need to have a mentor and constantly learn, have somebody to constantly go back to. Even myself, I have 2 or 3 or 4 mentors, not just as trainers, but nutritionists, posing coaches, doctors, all different types of work that just all lead into what I do. And you've got to be willing to pay this money to keep that line of connection open so that you can constantly learn. I'm learning every day, every week, all the time, so much information. Even though I'm not competing anymore, I don't have a coach directly above me, but I keep those lines of connection open to where when I do need information, whatever their fee is, send them some money and, learn that way. Also, a big thing that got me to where I am was the 4.5 years that I was in the competing industry, I never went without a coach, in season or off season. I always paid, even whenever I didn't have the money when I was really starting out. I scrapped up money, and even if it was really all I had, I paid it to my coach because I knew that it was going to help in the long run. A lot of people are being cheap, and if you want to be cheap and you're not going to spend the money, don't ever expect to have people spend money on you. So you've got to be willing to spend the money to make the money later. As you know, the famous business saying is, it takes money to make money. So you know, you got to be able to spend that, and then you'll get it in return. You'll get reimbursed. Don't worry about that. This is something that I actually just learned this year, and it has helped incredibly. Actually, it was a year ago this month, so December of 2016, was teaming up with a doctor, and I mean not a regular doctor, a doctor that understands what we're doing: nutrition, training, most importantly, hormones, blood work, liver, kidney, prostate, thyroid, testosterone, estrogen, vitamins, all these different things. I have an amazing doctor, as I get messaged all the time about, in Tomball, Texas, like right around spring, and he has clients all over the nation that fly out to him that he'll send blood work to. You know, he does stuff online with them. And teaming up with a doctor is incredible, because you have a doctor that you refer people to, and that makes people feel safe. That makes them feel that, you know, their health is on top of and it's taken care of. You want to make sure that if you don't have the answer, you know somebody who does. And another great thing is it kind of goes reciprocal in the sense that my doctor has 2 trainers. I'm one of them that he refers people to. So my doctor has people coming in his office all the time, and they're all athletes, all competitors, all transformation clients, football players, you know, ballet dancers, whatever it is that has to do with fitness and looking good and getting healthy. And they all ask, you know, who's a nutritionist or coach, and he refers people to me. And so I send people to him, he sends people to me. The connection is there. Me and him meet up every single week in his office, and we go over things. And so I really recommend getting a doctor that you can tag along with and just keep learning, and they can also learn from you on certain things, and y'all can just really help grow each other's businesses. Caring about people's health, this is something that bothers me more than anything out of this entire video. I don't even allow somebody to go through a prep, take supplements, or go under me through a serious 12 to 16 week training period without going to see my doctor and get blood work. And if it's not my doctor, if people are out of state, which I have more than half of my clients are out of state or out of the country, they go see their doctor and they forward the blood work to me. You will not start with me being unhealthy. And if you are unhealthy, we're gonna get on top of it right then and there so it doesn't lead to something later. And then therefore, I could get blamed for that. In 6 months, if they have a serious liver issue and we never addressed it, they're gonna check something and say, well, Nick, something you did with me got my liver bad. Well, no, you don't even know what it was before. So it just cancels that out. It really protects you as a trainer and nutritionist. And it really just shows people how on top of health you are. After all, this is health and fitness. You can be healthy while looking good. And I don't think a lot of trainers know that. People are just throwing people on this drug, this supplement, all these different ECA stacks and all this stuff that they don't need. And it's because they don't even care about their health, they care about their look, and they don't even know if they're actually allowed to take that kind of stuff. So, you know, you really just need to care about people's health. It'll make them feel comfortable. That's what it's about, making people feel comfortable with you in all these different aspects with training and nutrition, supplementation. This is not just for trainers, this is for anybody. I don't care who you are. You could be a person that plays piano. So learning how to read blood work. Go get your blood work done once a year at least, and then if you're somebody who is a performance enhancing user, supplement user, every 6 months. Myself, I'm all natural for the last 13 months, and I still get it done every quarter because it helps me with my diet. It tells me where my sugars are low, how my protein is, you know, different things that's going on, different vitamins that are low that I need to up the dose on or lower the dose on. All these things are changing all the time with your environment, with your job, with the weather, with whatever's going on. So learning how to read blood work is something that I have clients that aren't even, well, they aren't even my clients, they're other coaches' clients, but they will pay me just to, like, you know, coach them with their blood work and with their supplements because their coach does not know how to do that and they don't know how to do that. And that is something that it can get a little complicated, so I'm not saying everybody will just be able to know how to do it, but it's something that everybody can learn how to do. So I definitely recommend getting your blood work and not just receiving it and hearing what the doctor has to say, having him break it down, what each thing means, your ALT, your AST, your BUN, all your kidney functions, your estradiol, you know, all these different things that are very, very important to not just your health, but your actual results with your physical body. Paying for a coach to learn from, spend money to make money, I've already kind of went to that point, but even if you're not going to have a coach, I definitely recommend having a mentor. You've got to have one at all times. I have people that they are not my clients and they don't pay me really for anything, but they do contact me all the time for small things. Hey Nick, they'll send me pictures of their clients and say, do you think that he needs to carve up on this, or do you think he needs this? And I'm more than happy to answer that. That's just helping people help people. You don't always have to make money with every little thing you do. You can just help people because it is just the joy of your heart and you love to do this and it's your passion, and that's what it's about. Being easy to talk to with a smile on your face. This is huge for trainers, guys. There are so many trainers, whether it be LA Fitness, 24-Hour Fitness, Lifetime, Fitness Connection, whatever these corporate gyms are, and then especially bodybuilding gyms. All these trainers, they have this mean mug on their face at all times, and they can't just say hello. If somebody walks by them, they can't just have a smile and say hello. Well, how is somebody going to want to come up to you and ask you about your business if you can't even look at them in the eye with a smile on your face and say, hi, how are you? Something small like that. I have people literally come up to me at the gym I train at and say, hey Nick, they're not even my clients. Hey Nick, why is that trainer or that trainer? Dude, I looked at them and I was like wanting to say hello to them and they just look so rude. And I go, that's just the way they are. A lot of it has to do with them just trying to put on this hard act, thinking that nothing can hurt them and that they're on top of the game and everything. And then also part of it has to do with they don't like seeing other trainers successful. There is enough money, enough people in this industry, in this world for everybody to be successful, everybody to make the money they want, everybody to do what they want to do with their goals. So being positive, having a smile on your face, reaching out. When you're a business owner, you have to think about that. Trainers don't think about themselves being a business owner or an owner of a brand. You are an owner of your brand. Whenever somebody walks by you, say, hey man, how's it going? Hope you're doing well, have a great day. Just small things like that. It'll make them want to come up to you and talk to you. And that brings me to my second to last point, online training nationwide or worldwide. And that goes kind of goes back to the whole social media thing. Social media is such a blessing or such a curse. You can make or break yourself. Now let's assume that you're posting good stuff and you're being positive and everything. You're going to completely make your brand and completely grow your brand, whatever it may be. Like I said, this could be training, videography, nutrition, anything that you're doing. And just the social media has just unlocked so many doors for us. I have clients in 9 different states now, 2 different countries, and it's all because of social media. It's not because I know this many people in all these different states. It's because they follow me and this and that. And the online training, out of the 50 clients that I'm working with right now, I have 47 that are online. So I have 3 people that I'm working with in person, and then the rest of them, they'll come pay me per session or whatever if they're in Houston, or if I'm an out-of-state bodybuilding judge, so I fly to these different cities like Denver, which I have clients in, or LA, Louisiana, New Orleans, I have a couple clients in, and whenever I go there, these clients will come pay me for sessions. But it really makes things so much more convenient for you, because right now I'm very fortunate to, which was always the goal actually to do this, was to work 10 to 15 hours a week and make a great amount of money. So I'm working 10 to 15 hours a week training clients in the gym, and that's it. People say, well, Nick, what else do you do with your time? Well, I do hours of Bible study a day. Me and my dog go for lots of walks. I go hang out with family. Just different things, and it also gives you a chance to make more money in another avenue. I'm now doing personal security again. I live at Aris Market Square Tower High Rise here in Houston, and I have a couple residents here that I'm doing personal security for, like I did last night, so that is just another avenue of money because I have the time. I don't have to wake up super early for work or be stressed about it late at night for work or whatever it is. These clients are online. It goes through email, it goes through text message or phone calls, and so it gives you more time to pick up another job if you want to do bartending, if you want to do real estate, whatever it is, you have time to do that with this online training, and that's what's so great about what social media has unlocked for us. And my last point is looking like a trainer. You got to have a physique to show for it. Now, by no means do I look like I used to when I was competing, but I still look like I stay on top of my health, my nutrition, and my training. I'll be walking my dog, out to the park and with a tank top on, and I'll have 3 to 4 people a week come up to me, ask me for my card, and start online training or in-person training or get sessions here and there or do whatever it is. And that's what it is. It's marketing yourself without even realizing you're marketing yourself. I go out to dinner, last week to Carrabba's, and I have, the bartender start asking me and I was, dressed nicely and everything, but he could just kind of see through my shirt or whatever that I had a good build and everything else. And so he starts asking me stuff about my business, and it's just things like that. Everywhere you go, your physique puts off a message. And so it's very, very important that, especially if you're a competitor, there is no in-season, there is no off-season. You are a business owner all the time. You're around 365, 24 hours a day. So you've got to hold yourself as that. You've got to have your cards on you at all times. You've got to be looking the way you want, or the way that you would want your trainer to look at all times. Something that would turn somebody's head. If they are looking this way and they look back and they go, oh man, that guy looks good. They're going to kind of ask you or make a small joke, how much protein you eat today, or how much this, how much that. I go on walks all the time, and I just had a mailman 2 days ago start up with me. He was just, he saw me on the street, got my card, contacted me yesterday, and we signed him up. So it's just small things like that. Everywhere you go is another business opportunity. Has to do with carrying yourself in a professional manner and looking up to par as a trainer or nutritionist. Not just as a trainer, somebody that's super built. Some people think, a lot of these guys think that they're these powerlifters, oh, I'm super massive, so that matters. No, most people don't want to be like that. They want to be lean, slender, have a great shape, some definition in their muscles, and some good tone with some good muscle pop and everything else, but they want to be healthy and look good. That's what most people want. So that's what you need to do. That's where you're going to get most of your income from. So like I said, guys, this is not me trying to harp on anybody or say that I'm better than this or that person. I'm not, and I still have so much to learn, and that's why I'm so grateful. I'm constantly learning every day, every week, through my mentors and through YouTube and through Google and just different things that I am having questions on or needing improvement on. These are just small things that I really wish I would have gotten told when I first started. I don't know if it would have sped me up to where I am today any sooner, but I definitely know it could have helped, in other avenues of work or whatever it may be. So I hope this video helps, guys, and thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Once again, thank you. I hope you'll have a blessed day and a blessed week. And for any questions on topics, training, nutrition, anything with my doctor, with health, anything y'all want to see, please feel free to shoot me a message or comment below. Have a good one.